Hello everyone, welcome back to Automation 24/7. So today I'm going to discuss again on database testing, and I'm going to today cover part 2. So part 2 basically will be setting up the environment in MySQL for Windows. Okay, so there are different databases we have in the market, and also we have different OS. Now we have Oracle, MongoDB. So setting up those into other operating systems like Ubuntu, Mac. So all the possible setups I will be coming up in further videos. But today I will be just covering, like, in Windows, how will you set up MySQL, right? So let's start. So first we have to follow these processes, like these steps. Okay, what are those? First we will be just focusing on download MySQL installer. Then we will download a sample database, which may not be required because you can create a database, right? And then we will connect to the database. So first, coming to the first step, download MySQL installer. So what will you do? We will go to this link, dev.mysql.com. So dev.mysql.com. Now after that, once you visit here, you will be seeing there are different MySQL community downloads, like we have router, shell, different other equipments are there. Now because I will be downloading MySQL for Windows, like you can see my operating system is Windows, so I will be selecting this option. Right, now once I have done that, there are two options. Okay, so if your internet is really slow, okay, if your internet is slow, then I would recommend you to use this one. Okay, I mean, you can also use this one. Okay, but if your internet is slow, use this one. But the thing is, like, this one is really recommendable because it has more files. Like you can see 331.3 M. This is also good, but sometimes I have noticed it takes a bit time. Like I have noticed that in my case. So now if your internet connectivity is good, then you can install this one or this one, but I would recommend to use this one because this has more additional files. Okay, so after that, what you will do, just click on download. Now there are certain steps which are telling you, it will tell you to log in, sign up. Just don't consider all this. Click on no thanks, just start my download. Okay, now I already have a file, so I will not download it, right? So what I'm going to do now, the downloaded file is basically this. So I need to double click, then it will ask run, and after that, when you will be clicking on run, you need to give access permission, and then you will be landing up to this. Okay, installer, MySQL installer. Now after that, what do you need to do? There are 4 sections in the setup type. We have 4 sections: server, client only, full, custom. Always choose full. Okay, because that actually installs everything, each and everything. Okay, so you will get all the things at a glance, right? So always select full. Now you need to click on next. So when you click on next, here what I did, I already downloaded it. So first you need to download. So each of the things will be downloading. So what you need to do, you need to click on full, then click on next. Okay, you need to click on full, then you need to click on next, then you need to click on execute. So one after another, these things will be downloading. Okay, so after that, what you need to do, again you need to click on execute. So now it will be installed. So files are downloaded from the server. Now I need to install in my system. So I will be clicking on execute. Now this total operation, this total process takes a bit time depending upon your machine configuration and your internet connectivity. Okay, so if your machine is too fast, it will be done quickly. If your machine is slow, it might take bit time, so do not panic, right? And if you click on here, you will be seeing all the details. So all the files are downloading actually, right? So it's downloading meanwhile. So what we will be doing, we will be just, as I said, we will be just following certain steps which I already told you. So download MySQL installer, so let it get downloaded. Then we will be downloading the sample database, because obviously we need a database to connect to it. Like, we downloaded the installer, now we need to have a database to which we will be testing, right? Because it's database testing, so you need database to test, right? Now database you can download or you can just create one. Okay, that's not an issue, but the main thing is this part. This takes a bit time to install. Okay, now obviously it could be simple for some people, but there are guys who face issues in downloading. Okay, like what option to select, what not to. So all the things basically I am just showing here, right? Because people get confused, like should I select full or should I select custom while installing or downloading. So do not panic, just select the full option and just download and then install, and just follow the process that I'm telling to. So MySQL server has been completed, my workbench has been completed, so the other components, shell, router, all these things are downloading and installing. Basically downloaded, now it's basically installing, right? Then we will be doing product configuration and then the completion of the installation of MySQL. So we are installing MySQL in Windows. In other videos, like in next videos, I will be showing for MongoDB as well as for other database, if I could get the proper tools and all. And then we will be starting the database testing. Okay, and also I will be highlighting you in other videos, like what are the differences between MongoDB and MySQL. Okay, which is required at what time. Okay, although MySQL is widely used, but other databases also are important. So just have to wait for this. Now I could have skipped this part, but people might be confused, like what to do if any issue comes, what are the things we need to do. So that is why I am showing this, right? So two things. Now this installation takes a bit time. Actually this installation takes a hell lot of time. Okay, because there are many things and you have selected the full option, so it will install each and everything, right? It will install each and everything. So that is why it will take time. And always guys, remember, I forgot to mention, go to your C drive, program files. You might face issues or error while installing anything. So what you need to do, just check whether previously any files are there or not. There should not be any files or folders created before. Just delete each and everything and then install, otherwise you will be facing issues. So I'm into the first part only, download MySQL installer. So things got installed. Now I need to click on next. So it says ready to configure MySQL server, my router ready to configure, as well as samples and examples also ready to configure. So this is the product configuration, nothing to do here, just click on next. Okay, so now this is basically the configuration type, like development computer, server computer. Do not do anything here, just let it be what it is here, right? Do not do anything here. Whatever port number, TCP, ICP, protocol, do not do anything. It's the default thing that MySQL has selected. Like if the MySQL is showing some default options, just proceed with that default option only, right? So click on next, don't do anything. Now authentication method, use strong encryption for authentication. Next, always select this option. Then MySQL root password. Okay, so I have selected a password. Okay, Okay, so password strength is medium. Now you can give a strong password also. Add user, you can add a user also. Next, Windows service name, so I will be entering using this service name, or else you can add a user also. So if you want to add a user, then you have to give an username, password, and then other things, right? And what is my role? DB admin, DB designer, user admin, security admin. So always give DB admin only. Okay, so what should I do? Should I give a user? Let me give a username, Pratim QA, password, because database is a secured thing, right? So always this password authentication is very much important. So I will be selecting this, clicking on next. So this is the role of a DB admin. I've given my MySQL username also, and then I will be clicking on next. Now it will say what is my service, standard system account, custom account. Always select standard system account, do not go for any custom user account. Now yes, if you're working in any organization and they're giving you, or they're telling you to do as per their requirement, so always follow their like their criteria. Okay, because it varies from company to company how we are going to test, how we are going to create your user. Now that basically you have to follow according to their rules. But if you are just testing from your side, like for learning purpose, then just follow the things that I've mentioned, right? So select standard system account, clicking on next. Now it says server file permissions, yes, grant full access, yes, but let me review, no, I will manage. So always select yes, grant full access to the user, click on next, execute. So one after another this will be executing, like the configuration whatever we have done previously. Okay, so this might take a long time, initializing database. Okay, so this might take a long time. And once this gets configured, like once this gets completed, so my configuration will be done. The configuration for my SQL Server 8.0.34 was successful. Click finish to continue. So again I will be clicking on next, finish, next. So I have entered my username and password, the one which I created just now. Connection succeeded, so I will be clicking on next, execute, and then I will be into my MySQL. So I will be using my MySQL, right? So click on finish and then finish. So you will be getting this command prompt. So this command prompt will open. So you can use your SQL queries from this command prompt, as well as you could use the MySQL setup, like the MySQL Workbench. Okay, so local instance MySQL 880. So I will be using this. So I have to enter my password. And then I will be clicking on OK to enter. So I entered, right? So my MySQL installation in Windows is done. So you can create database as well as run your queries, do all the operations whichever are required in database testing, like creating stored procedures, each and everything. So all the things you can do because your MySQL is installed. Now you need to create a database, or you can use a sample database also, and also the same thing like running the queries and all you can do from here also, because this is MySQL shell. So now what I need to do, next step is basically download sample database. So we'll be clicking on this link, and then it says MySQL sample database. So you can download the MySQL sample database via the following link. So I will be clicking here, and saving it. So my MySQL sample database is downloaded, hopefully. Yes. So I just need to unzip here. So this is my database. Okay. Now you can connect to database. Either you can connect to database, I mean you can connect to the sample database, or you can create your own database, right? So either one of them you can do it. Now what we will be doing, we will be just connecting to the database. Suppose if I'm using this, so that will also work, or else I have to follow these steps. Okay, so let's follow these steps. In SQL, go to server menu. Okay, going to server menu. After that, what we have to do, click on data import. So I'm into the server menu, clicking on data import. Okay, select option import from self-contained file. Self-contained file, you have to select this option. Now what I have to do, I have to click on this to import the file. It's basically into my downloads folder. So I have selected this file. Now what I will be doing, select option that I have selected, select the target schema, import the sample database. So select the target schema, or you can use a new schema. The new schema, you can say, yeah, let it be new schema. Okay. After that, what we need to do, import the sample database. So you need to click on finish, hopefully. Okay, so I'm not getting the finish option. Hopefully it's there. Okay, so let me select. So this is the way actually you can use. I'm not getting the finish option. Or let me just create the schema. Let me just give this name and select the schema. So the schema is created. Okay, now let me just go back again to data import. Let's just do it once more. So just using this database, selecting desired world, start importing. So I have to import, start importing. Okay, so the database has been imported. Okay, so you can see this classic models is some database. Okay, and also in under desired world also the same thing got created. So you can create database like this, or else what you can do, you can just go to query and create a new database like this. Okay, create database like this. You can just do and create. Okay, so it got created. Now you have to refresh. See, dummy data got created. So this is the way you can create a database, or you can just import, okay, from this server option as I showed. So this is the configuration that I've showed you, how you will be setting up MySQL. So the total process I've showed you. Hopefully you guys understood and it will help you a lot. So I will be coming up with next videos for database testing with part 3 and so on and so forth. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.